And hello everybody. I guess to start off with, appreciate the host Lamp. That would be Sir_Lamp over on Twitch. I appreciate it a lot. Hopefully that means a few more people will be tuning in today. But welcome back yet again for another league race, AOR PC Split 1. And today we're going to be at Spa-Francorchamps in Belgium. Known for being a rather bit of a roller coaster, very challenging track, and I think the longest in terms of actual lap length on the calendar. So, fewest number of laps that we're going to be doing here today. So only 22 for a 50% race. Hey Mitchie, appreciate it. Appreciate you tuning in. Whereas we're just now, finally, like 4 minutes until the top of the hour, finally getting some invites. We've got Brendan already in here. So yeah, we've done a fair amount of practice for this race. Feeling a little bit more confident than I was around Hungary. Still going to be lacking, I think, a little bit in qualifying. However, one of the things that's going to be really interesting today is that qualifying might not be as clear-cut as just simply strapping on the softest tire compound and just going, you know, as far as they can in the first stint, putting on the harder tire and going to the end. Obviously, you can still do that, but the ultra soft tire is really bad. And when I mean that, I mean it's literally only has about 2 laps of performance in the race, and then it just immediately starts to drop off. So qualifying is going to be really interesting, as you know. We got so many high-level guys. We have Brendan Lee, Formula 1 esports winner, Car Renegade, Formula Danny, Marcel Kiefer apparently just signed up. I think he's real big on the iRacing scene. Sven Zerner, who's 3rd place. Got the ACR guys in here. RC Fab Racer just joined. He finished 2nd in the F1 esports. So yeah, I mean basically every single race now we have just increasingly more and more high-level guys joining in. The quality of the league at the beginning was already pretty amazing, and literally every race as we go through, it just keeps getting crazier and crazier and crazier with the number of really high-level guys in here, almost to the point where almost every driver on the grid, I would say, is in that like top, you know, 1% in terms of raw pace, at least on F1. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting race today. Haven't done a whole lot of wet practice, but I did do a little bit earlier today, so that'll help. I'm sure some of the guys have done some wet weather rain practice, but we'll see how it goes. And you have to give yourself a bit of credit, Ross. I think the level at the top has just kind of risen in the last couple of races. So I don't necessarily think it's that we've dropped back on pace, but we just got to do what we can here to hopefully get a good result. We almost had everybody in the points in Hungary. Temp got a really good 2nd place, and he is now back into the lead of the driver standings. So that's really good to see. Hopefully he can maintain that for the rest of the season. I'll do obviously whatever I can on track to be able to help him out or help any of the ACR guys out. So yeah, last week was plagued. I mean, absolutely plagued by a ton of people that had. Not really a ton of people, but we had a ton of disconnection problems, ranging from Car Renegade in the Ferrari, who was a newcomer last week, as well as Brendan Lee. I know Brendan has really poor internet connection, so that really sucks for him. But hopefully he can. Hopefully he'll be able to stick around and do the entire race today, and not have any more disconnection issues. So it looks like we're just waiting on 2 people, as we have our 2 commentators and 18 drivers so far. And pretty much right at the top of the hour. So there's about a, give or take, there's about a 5-minute grace period for people here. So we'll see. We'll see who all actually ends up turning up to the race. As currently my teammate, car Mr. Hamilton 44, Matt Sorensen, he has not shown up yet, and I honestly don't know if he is online. I guess I could check here. Let's see. I know that Isaac Price said that he wasn't going to be able to show up today. So that's one driver down, but of course we've also, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, we picked up Marcel Kiefer. Not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but he's down in the thread. Oh, he's not coming. Okay, gotcha. So I guess they're just letting Marcel sub in, and he's gonna take the vacant Mercedes. And it looks like everybody has readied up. Looks like we're up to 10 viewers now, so I appreciate it, guys. I think we got 18 drivers today, so not a full grid. Got a couple people missing, but it's going to be super competitive. Qualifying strategy is going to be pretty crazy, just to see what people end up going on. It's going to be maybe not so straightforward as it has been in the last couple of races. But I am looked to be the sole Williams today, as I think maybe somebody actually just dropped out right there, right as we actually readied up to go into the session. I'm not entirely sure. I only see 18 names there. I guess maybe the spectators aren't included. So maybe we're actually all right. Interesting that everybody has a check mark next to their name, but we are still currently sitting here awaiting something. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know about that lamp. Don't know about a 1, 2, 3. I'm hoping that as long as temp can be up there in the top 3 spots, that's pretty much the only thing that well, I'm not gonna say expectation for him to be up there, but I hope that he's up there. But depending on what he does in qualifying, we'll see. Alright. So it took an incredibly long time to load in. Hopefully we don't lose anybody, but we'll see. Alright, so dry qualifying session and a dry race. So if we don't lose anybody here in the next 2 minutes, then we're going to have ourselves a completely dry session yet again, which seems to be kind of the case when it comes to AOR. To be totally honest, it's just seems to predominantly be dry in most of these races. Alright, I just flashed through my setup there. If you go back and watch the past broadcast, or if you're on YouTube, you can actually go back and watch. You can back up and see the setup if you want. Yeah, we're just going to wait a little bit here, just to let a few of these guys get out on track that want to go out right away. as we'll go ahead and drive out now. Alright, so I'm going to be quiet during the quali laps. Hopefully we can start in the top 10, but we'll have to definitely put in a good lap today to be able to do that. Alright, so these guys are actually way too quick. Like, properly way too quick after the first run. So, what I'm gonna do, since I'm not gonna be able to, I think, qualify in the top 6 or 7, 8 anyways, just gonna go ahead and pit, and we're gonna put the super softs on, and we're gonna run the super soft to soft strategy today, and see if we can sort of come from the midfield. We'll put enough fuel in here to be able to go out and do 2 laps, just in case we screw up the first one. I don't think the extra lap on the super softs will really matter a whole lot, because the ultra softs are really just a complete disaster when it comes to race performance. So we'll head back out here in about 2 minutes, so we'll have enough time to do 2 laps. I honestly haven't even really done much much practice at all doing doing qualifying on the Supersoft. It's kind of a last second, split second decision here to go with this strategy. Those guys at the front, man, just absolutely crazy. I think if we would have finished that lap, we probably would have been somewhere around 5th, but give or take. But yeah, we would have been probably easily 6, 7 tenths off of pole position. Alright, so just turning up the game audio slightly there. Honestly, Richard, I have no idea how they're doing those kind of lap times straight away as well, when the track isn't even in the best position. The track will ramp up and be a few tenths faster towards the end of the session. So, really crazy how fast those guys are. I have no idea how they're doing it. But we're just gonna hope that their Ultrasofts just explode, and they're not gonna have to, or they're not gonna be able to maintain performance, and then we'll just have to try to come back towards the end of the race against the guys that have to pit really early on. We're going to go ahead and head out now on our set of supers, and hopefully on the first lap we'll actually be able to do a quick enough lap. As the track is getting pretty busy now, everybody, pretty much with the same idea of going out now. You're welcome, Mitchie. Alright, just gonna turn the on throttle diff down just a little bit. Kind of rather be at the head of this pack than be right at the end. I don't want to get held up by any of these guys, having to back up and create a gap. It might actually end up being somebody that qualifies on Ultras that gets that 11th or 12th place, which is going to be kind of the coveted place, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, so just gonna abandon that lap. Not gonna retire on circuit, because I don't want to screw over anybody, potentially. I think probably could have got a few more tenths out of it, but... if we manage to hold on to P11, I'm going to be fairly happy with that. As, yeah, I think everybody is actually done with the quali lap, so it's not too bad. I think if we would have went on to the ultras, I think we probably could have got 5th, because I think a lot of people actually ended up going with the supers in the end. Maybe a few more than I actually thought. But yeah, not bad. Sven on pole with a 42.5. Pretty good lap, only 0.003 quicker than Topa. Pretty certain Danny and them were definitely able to go quicker than that. But yeah, obviously really close at the top. Top 3 separated by only 0.5 tenth. But yeah, I'm guessing... yeah, we're just waiting on a couple of guys that don't realize they need to retire, but I'm guessing that Temp qualified on the supers as well. Yes, he did. So he's going to have to start on a scrub set of supers, which, you know, that's not the worst thing in the world. Maybe he'll be up to speed faster, but P11 for us, I think that's actually really good place to start, and we'll be able to get a we'll be able to put on a new set of super softs and go out. But yeah, it was really critical to be able to actually get the lap time in that we did. All it would have taken was just another little mistake and dropped a 10.5, and it would have been down in 13th, 14th, which would not have been a great place to start here today. But if the Codemasters netcode gods are with us today, we might just be able to not have anybody disconnect. That'd be great. Alright. And we dropped Hamish. Of course, he's also another one that tends to be pretty susceptible to connection dropouts. Don't know if that means we're going to get a lobby restart because of him. Could definitely cause it, but we'll see. So I think the plan is probably to go 8 laps or so. I guess we'll see what happens with Hamish, whether he can rejoin. Just going into the menu here, going into the assist. Hopefully we'll have force feedback. Really hope we don't lose it. I was really lucky at turn 1 there. Nice lag there, Codemasters. Holy shit. Well then, I don't really know exactly what to blame for that. Could be lag, could be something, I don't know. But that race was going terribly anyways after the first couple laps, dropping back, not being able to make any progress. So, well, Blade, if you're listening, I'm coming on the division, so meet me there, boy. And yeah, anyways, I'll be back next week, guys. Can't really be any worse than that.